Samuel Beckett has this great passage where he says, "Ever failed? No matter. Try again, fail better." What this basically means is that we should never give up the effort, even if the results we achieve are always partial. We should never give up, despite the fact that we never really reach ultimate success in anything. And for me, two other important aspects are related to this: emotion and thinking. For example, in emotion, when you think that you have achieved a certain degree of emotional maturity, that you have achieved a certain degree of, not in the negative sense, but indifference, a positive, healthy indifference, in that you can be reasonable in situations that involve you pretty emotionally. But suddenly the fragility of emotions, of our emotions, are always revealed in situations when you have a conflict with someone you are deeply, intimately related to, or an argument, and then emotions take the better of you and you are just carried away, and you wonder why it happens so easily when you work on so hard to avoid this emotional outbreak, this unnecessary emotional engagement. And you have to push it on, you have to push on, you have to work on it more. Even if you always fail, you fall back constantly. And this is also true, I think, in thinking. When you come up with an idea, or you realize something complex, you don't really possess it. For example, if you start to look at others as totally equivalent to you, if you start to regard others' thoughts as totally equivalent to yours, and no matter how dogmatic they are or how sophisticated, thoughts are always equivalent. Okay, so you come up with this realization and you start to act on it. You start to look at others as not being inferior or superior. You try to mingle and try to weave yourself into the fabric of others, of the social sphere. But you so easily slide back, you so easily fall back, you always fail, you always fall back into quick judgments. It's almost instinctual. We have to work on it. I can't always have that delicately constructed cathedral in my head, and when I wake up, I'm there and I see the same as I have seen the last night when I was working on it, on the details of how to make the distinctions coherent enough to give a satisfactory outlook on things, and it just crumbles down. In the morning you have to work on it again. We cannot escape gravity, the gravity of thought, the gravity of emotions. Our thoughts are always tied down to entertainment, of entertaining ideas, of obvious ideas, of obviousness. But we should never let ourselves be pulled down by this gravity. We have to work on the transcendence. We have to try again, we have to fail again, and we have to fail better